Okay, so I just finished, or we just finished chapters 3 and 4, and I thought it'd be a good time to just recap chapters 1 through 4 right now. And let's start with talking about the main character, Avon. Oh, she is funny. We learned very quickly that she is a typical, in many ways, 13-year-old middle school student. She's been going to school with the same kids all of her life. And she also tells us, as the reader, very quickly on in the book, that she was born with no arms. And it's never been an issue for Avon, and her parents seem to just be super supportive, and they are very funny and quite sarcastic. They pretty much tell her that she's capable of anything, so that's pretty neat. So Avon's dad reveals to her that he is looking for a job not in Kansas, where she's from, but in Arizona. Yeah, like 1,000 miles away, and they would have to move there. And heck, the year has started, the school year has started, and so she's thinking, oh my gosh, am I gonna have to move all the way to Arizona? And what would Dad be doing in Arizona? So her dad, he's interviewing for this position as the manager of this Western-themed amusement park. Sounds really interesting. Arizona. Avon's like, what? Well, her parents are like, well, Avon, remember, you're actually born in Arizona, and that's where they adopted her. So we find out that she was adopted by this couple, and she was from Arizona herself. So there's that. When chapter 2 ends, they are moving to Arizona. And you are learning a little bit at a time that, Avon's not from a family of means. I mean, they've got sort of a junker car. They're driving all the way to Arizona. They don't stop at a hotel. And when they arrive to their new home, she's pretty shocked. It's pretty hot. The places look pretty run down, and their apartment is this tiny space above the steakhouse of this restaurant that's located on what is called Stagecoach Pass. Okay, chapter 4. This is kind of what I've been thinking about since the beginning of the book, which is, oh geez, what's it going to be like when she goes to a new school? Mind you, back in Kansas, she went to school with the kids that she's known all of her life, and small school, 300 students or so. This new school, 1,000 students, and she's the newbie, and the school year has started, and so she's really nervous about getting her first day under her belt. And her mom gives her a ride and asks, does she want help getting into the school? And of course, Avon responds like any teen, like, no, Mom, no thank you, duh. By the end of chapter 4, Avon has made it to her first class of the day, which is her science class, and her main goal for the day was simply just to get to class, to sit down and not make any huge disturbances. And she sits down next to a girl who's kind of like looking at her like, this is kind of awkward. They have a couple of conversations, and at the end of the chapter, it's lunchtime, and Avon's like, I am not eating in this lunchroom. I don't need people staring at me. So she goes to the bathroom, washes her feet, and of course you have to wash your feet, and then heads out to outside and enjoys sitting under the tree by herself. And that's how chapter 4 ends.